Good evening and welcome to SCW. You are joining us 660 strong from the Parking Day tonight in Tom Pentra. I am Phil Hawkins, and to my right, Hall of Famer and former champion, Mike Malibu Martelli.
Good evening, Phil.
How are you doing tonight, Mike?
I'm okay. I partied a little too hard last night, so I'm feeling understandably grizzly. I'm not the young man I once was, but I'm ready for tonight, and let's see some wrestling.
Well, you know what they say, you can't be great without doing great things, and from what I understand, you did some great things last night. Less said about what the events were, the better. But tonight we have an incredible show for you. It is the last show before our second pay-per-view next week at the Twitch Stadium. A lot of drama going into the pay-per-view, a lot of drama going into tonight's show. Hopefully, calmer heads do prevail, but I can't see that happening with the card we have tonight, Mike.
No, it's going to be a barn burner, and it's going to set us up nicely for the big one next week. So some of the main matches we've got tonight was Snaff versus Tourette's. Snaff obviously looking to build on his momentum as the SQUIRESHIP champion, and he's got a stiff test tonight in Tourette's.
He sure does. A step up in competition for Tourette's, as he has been the de facto gatekeeper for SCW. About time he fought somebody established on the roster, Mike.
Yeah, I think it's Rick McGooch clearly providing some sort of reward for Tourette's there, and let's see if he can grab that opportunity with both hands.
With both hands, indeed. And then later tonight, we've got an exhibition of sorts that has been a while in the making. In terms of like the booking, we've got McByrnes versus Viking, hot off the back of his 5-star match with Bombarding last week. We've got potentially the hardest hitting match of the night.
Yes, I think that's two powerhouses there going at it, so I'm looking forward to that one, very much so.
Looking forward to that one indeed, and of course we've got more for you. We have an exhibition. We have our champion Ira Seppert against the rising Queen Tate Tails.
Yep, champion versus Queen there, and that's let's see what happens in that one. A non-title match, though.
Of course, an exhibition. An exhibition is all that can be due to the championship regulations we have in place for the pay-per-view. But like I said, tonight's matches, barn burners, all the same. And the opening match should be quite a hard-hitting affair, Mike.
Yeah. Like you say, Reaper, obviously is still establishing himself in SCW, going against Jimmy. Obviously don't know much about Jimmy, but from what we've seen, he's had some commendable performances, and he hits hard.
It's hard indeed. Of course, he took the realm by surprise by being a guest entrant in the opening match a fortnight ago. Has been on the skid ever since, so Reaper desperately needs a win, as he was introduced last week. Let's hope we can get that tonight over Jimmy. Both of them desperately looking to climb the rankings, of course.
For sure.
As tail of the tape, we've got Reaper, we've got an airsoft enthusiast, standing at 5'9", weighing 180 pounds, a submission and small joint manipulation expert. He's not afraid to drag you into deep waters and keep you there. And of course, we've got Jimmy, who goes sometimes by the name of Hugo Punch, and is just a psychopath by the sound of things.
Yeah, he's one dark individual, and we're slowly learning why he's here. Yeah, I mean, this is one up for grabs. Like I say, these guys are near the bottom of the card, near the bottom of the rankings. But as we've seen, getting wins in these types of matches propels you further up the card, and more opportunities come about. So this one could propel one of these two fellows into the mid card in SCW, which, as we know, is stacked full of very ferocious competitors.
Indeed, and it's the same as we know with Cage. Even though you can be on the losing end, it takes one great performance to make all the difference, as we go now live to the Parking Day.
Here he is.
Here comes Reaper, looking focused, as he hones in on the task at hand, of course, which is to get a win.
Get a win indeed.
It looks definitely like he's ready. He's up for it. I hope he's done his stretches.
Very important to do your stretches, of course, and because you can do yourself a mischief. And
of course, you don't want to pull your gooch, and of course, if for all of your gooch needs, gooch wipes.
Gooch wipes. Respect your taint.
Looking focused is our debutante. Of course, his second match under SCW. No prior wrestling experience, but he is trained in CQC.
Very nice.
And a hush falls over the audience, which can mean only one thing. Here comes Jimmy, or Hugo Punch.
Very strange demeanor. His body language, his walk. I don't know quite what to make of this guy, but he's got potential.
He has potential, but I think he has malicious intent. Like I said, whoever Meyer is, I hope he doesn't find them anytime soon. They're in trouble. We look to start the match. Our officiator for the night, Jordan Peterson.
Jordan Peterson, indeed.
Reaper starting off with a series of chops and overhand strikes, and he looks to set him down with a clothesline.
Yep. Setting the stall early here. To the top. Wow.
Diving fist drop like a Scud missile. What's you be going for? Yurts? Back elbow off the ropes. Tastefully, no flips, just a nice tasteful springboard. Even you have to appreciate that, Malibu.
All above board, all above board. He's going for a different approach, I think. He's not sticking around in the toe-to-toe, he's getting in there, and then he's...
Poison Rana from Reaper! Pushing the pace, smothering his opponent. Kick out early doors.
Going for a bit more of a high-flying approach, I think. He's not sticking around in the close combat quarters there. He looks to attack from range, it seems, after getting down and gritty in the melee.
It certainly seems that way.
Maneuvers thus far.
Reaper now sending the top rope once again, yes. Jimmy has no answer for that dive off the top rope. Going for a pinfall, shoulders down. 2 count.
Reaper giving Jimmy there his own kind of hospitality, and that hospitality with a flying punch in the face. So, yeah, welcome to SCW, Jimmy.
Jimmy with an elbow strike to the abdomen of Reaper. Could he look? Yes, and a clothesline. He looks like he's trying to turn the tide. Stomping at the elbow in the chest. Top rope maneuver of his own.
Yeah, first bit of offense from Jimmy, and he's going up top.
Oh, with a head that size, you don't want that coming down across your shoulder.
I never, well, you can call it cowardice, or you can call it sense. I never used that move myself. I was flying through the air. A man of my size flying through the air head first. It's not smart. I mean, ultimately, you're probably going to come up worse in the long run. But I'm not sure if Jimmy's quite got his head screwed on properly. He seems a very macabre and disturbed individual.
Probably hasn't thought that far ahead, Mike.
Maybe so, maybe so.
The Reaper now stomping on the small joints, like I said. Small joint manipulator and submission expert. We've yet to see submissions, but he's definitely going for the joints when the opportunity arises.
The face of the joint, certainly. He's getting in there and hitting hard. And Jimmy returning the favour.
Oh, and a slap.
What's he doing there? Disrespect with the slap.
Reaper using his Swede to change the tide there. We've got a nice roll through and a knee right to the elbow joint. A splendid roll through. Oh, we've got the patella drop brainbuster. He says he likes to use that to soften up the neck, ready for his killer fucker clutch. That could be on the horizon, Mike. Here it comes. It looks like he's getting for it now. The killer fucker clutch is locked in. Could he be making short work of Jimmy tonight? Short work of Jimmy. The killer fucker clutch gets him the victory.
Very short work, very convincing win there for Reaper. Impressive.
And the disrespect from Reaper. Reaper's almost annoyed that he had to wrestle tonight. But there he goes, getting the victory with the modified Kirifuda clutch, and he calls the killer fucker clutch. Wonderful submission.
Once you get the legs wrapped in there, there's very little you can do.
Very little indeed. He softened up the neck with the patella drop brainbuster. Jimmy's massive head bouncing off the knee and, of course, softened him up ready for the modified Kirifuda clutch. Here it comes again. Just look at the way he lands on his... right on the base of the skull. And then for the win. Coils him up like a snake. A marvellous, quick win. I don't think anyone's put Jimmy away quite as quick since he's debuted.
No, it was quite a short match and quite one-sided as well, I would say. So that's how you make a statement in SCW. You get wins and losses count, and you get convincing wins and short wins. Then that only helps you fly up the rankings. Very nice.
Reaper's fired up, and let's hope we see more from this young man soon. Definitely making a name for himself in SCW. Fantastic opener. Our commiserations to Jimmy. We would like to request that those of you on the socials today, is the sound fixed? The guys in the truck have informed me that the microphones have been turned up, but unfortunately we can't tell in our state at the moment because we're live. But any feedback on the audio, of course, will be dealt with as quickly as possible by the millennials in the truck.
Stupid millennials.
Who do they think they are? Of course, we're saying this as two men way past our peak. But anyway, let's continue on with the card. What have we got up next, Mike?
We have Snaff against Tourette's in a non-title match. This should be promising. Once again, both competitors have something to prove. See Tourette's making his mark, moving up the rankings, and Snaff has to continue his form, that of a champion. So obviously due to defend his title soon, this could be a perfect setup for that match with a win here over Tourette's.
Of course, and as we said, Tourette's being the gatekeeper for the production, finally getting his chance to prove himself against the SQUIRESHIP champion in Snaff. And a fan favourite being that Tourette's gamer, of course. In his downtime he likes to stream roleplays from Grand Theft Auto, and Snaff doesn't really stream anymore. He seems to rely on other people to do his entertaining for him, it seems.
Yeah.
But he's busy with his SQUIRESHIP duties, I would imagine. Okay, the stage is set. We will, of course, endeavour to get the microphones sorted there. Of course, at any time there is an issue with the audio, once again, let us know as and when, and we will sort that out for you immediately. So, the tail of the tape. We've got Snaff standing at 5'11", weighing 245 pounds. We've got Tourette's Gamer standing at 5'8", weighing at 205. Snaff, being a martial arts practitioner, prefers to strike and punch. Uses some grappling every now and then, but usually to soften up ready for more striking. Tourette's is a high flyer with a little technical edge. Of course, his cutter can come from nowhere, Mike.
Yeah, come from nowhere, and he puts people away. And he's always got the crowd behind him and bags of charisma, which, of course, is very important in the squared circle.
Very important. The crowd seems to be on his side. We'll have to see who they side with tonight. Going to be a tall order with their SQUIRESHIP champion against the heart and soul of SCW. Once again, we are brought to you by Gooch Wipes tonight. Respect your taint. And I believe we have more slogans to come from that as well.
Most importantly, it is the one way to clean your own way.
We go now live. The The guys in the production truck, of course, missing the memo. But here comes Snaff, the SQUIRESHIP champion. Looking focused, belt around his waist. You've been very disparaging of our SQUIRESHIP champion, Mike. What would you offer him as advice to try and get over with the crowd?
Yeah. Sorry, I missed that, but yeah, he's yeah, I've missed that. I'm sorry.
I was just saying, as a veteran of the sport, what advice would you offer Snaff for him to get some wins and to get over with the crowd?
Just win. I mean, just put people away. I mean, he's got the foundations. He just needs to prove himself. Because he's been doing that as part of the tag team recently, the Bash Brothers, but he needs to fight like a champion and have that tenacity that a champion often has. That champion's grit and beat up the other opponent. I think that's how you do it, really.
Of course, cutting a fine figure. I would argue the most athletic and physically gifted of our SCW competitors, but here comes quite the opposite in the Tourette's gamer. Yes, it looks like someone's redeemed a dance boy, and he's jigging his way to the ring as he always does, Mike.
Yeah, he's, like you say, not the most traditionally foundation wrestler, and not trained in any particular discipline, but it works. I mean, he's, like I say, he's got bags of charisma. The crowd love him, and he is getting wins.
He is getting wins. Of course, he did very well in the tournament eliminator to become the Twitch champion. Unfortunately, it wasn't his night on that night, but nothing but impressive ever since, as he looks to perhaps scratch another win off, against the SQUIRESHIP champion in this exhibition match. Snaff versus Tourette's, coming to you momentarily. Nice little dance there from Tourette's. Always keeping it light, Mike. Always keeping it light.
Yep.
Brutalizing him with chops and kicks immediately, straight off the bat. Right to the breadbasket with a rolling Sobot. And he comes off the top rope with a spinning wheel kick. Using some of that technique that they learned against the parole models last week. Smash mouth, in your face. Do not let your opponent breathe.
Yeah, and I think that this needs to apply in this match. I mean, if you look at the strengths of Tourette's Gamer, I mean, you need to get in his face, keep him grounded, keep him close. He's not the strongest striker. He's got that silly punch that he does, but it does seem to be effective. But you get in there close, get dirty, and the strength and the striking ability of Snaff should prevail.
Let's hope so, as Tourette's takes the top rope and he just falls off and misses his opponent. Didn't get all of it, as they like to say. He looks rather embarrassed. He recovers with a hammerlock DDT. This has got Snaff on the ropes figuratively. Got a crushing elbow to the knee. Series of chops once again from the champion, and he faked out a chop and dropped him with a DDT of his own.
That's what we need to see. That's what we need to see. That close quarters wrestling ability. And like I say, Snaff has a lot to prove here. He needs to show that he's befitting of the SQUIRESHIP champion, and he has that charisma, that uniqueness, that nerve, and the talent to carry that belt.
Excellent series there. We had a couple of missed kicks into a Hurricane Rana, and it was converted into a sit-out powerbomb by Snaff. Sorry to cut you off there, Mike, but this action is way too fast-paced at the moment. They're not letting up for a second.
Yeah. It's Snaff again doing what he needs to do with a good-fashioned still effective as they were many years ago.
A series of hellacious kicks.
This is the tactic: is get in there close, even if he has to be a bit dirty. Things like that can't happen. Then he can't set you up for those cutters that come from different angles. I mean, he can be standing, he can be on the top rope, he can do springboards. So it's very important that Snaff gets on the inside.
On the inside, we saw a springboard headbutt there, and looks like we've got a hammerlock. Traditionally, oh no, wait, he's gone and augmented it with a sort of a rolling arm drag off the top rope.
Very nice, very nice.
Oh, beautiful technique. Wonderful technique there on an elevated, well, looks like a Texas cloverleaf of some sort.
Yep, and a rear submission there from Tereska, and some sort of diving head, but again, nothing I ever did way back.
Call him up from the top rope, and another miss off the top rope. His trajectory and everything seems way off, perhaps because he's performing out of his wheelhouse here. He's usually more of a ropes guy. Snaff got him up on the shoulders, and a powerbomb over the top rope. Someone check on Tourette's, please. That was a horrible landing to the lower back.
Well, that's one way to skin a cat. And the end, Judy on the floor, just so Snaff flicks it, so he needs to take advantage of this. One of his signature maneuvers there, the BO hold, of course. Snaff always deodorizes, but it's just a name of the move.
A legendary hold indeed, known all the way throughout Hawthorne High School, where he spent most of his days. Of course, he's calling to the crowd to say that this is over, but it's not over until Tourette stops moving, and he's back in the ring, and he's got something to say about it.
Yeah, that was a mistake there from Snaff. I'll say it openly. Yeah. And that's what you get for showing off.
That is what you get indeed. Of course, the apron being the hardest part of the ring, and driving his lower back into it has got to change the course of the match. Not good for anybody. Yeah. He seems to be targeting the arm too.
Is he trying to stop a counter for the cutter? Maybe that's his angle.
Could be.
If you can't use your arm when your arm is down low by his side, I mean you can't do anything. And the cutter is there right for the taking.
Oh, brutal chops in the corner, putting all of his body weight into it. Not the largest competitor in SCW, but I think every pound was used. Ooh, he's doing a little dance.
Yeah, very proud of those chops.
Charging up.
Those are the kind of chops that I did back in my day, but very nice.
And the cutter! We could have an early finish here, Mike. It could all be the downfall from that taunt. And a kick out to 2. My goodness, I thought we'd have an upset on our hands then.
Champion's resilience there, but very nice. And I think the plan that Tourette's has been working on has come into full effect.
Tourette seems to be going for something. He's got him up on his back. A vertebraker, Malibu. A gosh darn vertebraker. I thought that move was banned.
What the hell is that? I've never seen that in all my life.
Oh, he reverses another cutter. Oh, I thought he was going for a cutter of his own then. Turns out it was a neck breaker. I don't know how Snaff is still standing from that vertebraker, Mike. What a hellacious move. And the Kryptonite Crunch sends him straight through the canvas. Goodness grief.
Snaff's planted, finishing the move. This could be the finish.
Kick out to 2. Not many seem to get up from the Kryptonite Crunch, but Tourette's has got that dog in him, as they like to say. Yeah, this could be it. No, the boot slicer is reversed for a DDT, and the crowd seems to be shouting, holy shit, they can't believe they get a quality of match like this for free on TV. Sky high.
I think that's the explanation as to why he was able to kick out there, just channeling the energy of the crowd.
He's got him now in an Indian deathlock, a modified sideways figure 4 leg lock, popularized by the game Triple H, and back to the BO hold. Could be looking to make him tap out. Of course, a tap out from a non-submission expert is quite a damage to the rankings. He's looking for he's looking to humiliate his opponent with the BO hold. Doesn't quite get him.
Maybe he should use space next time. That might encourage a submission there. Well, that links Africa.
Dodges the kick. Headbutt off the middle rope. Just when you think it's all coming undone, Snaff seems to have a counter from out of nowhere. And a drop kick from the would-be challenger. And a nice little dance at the end. Thanks for keeping it light, Tourette's. Snaps back to his feet, though. Could this prove to have been the wrong thing? Kick to the solar plexus. He's got him up on his shoulder. And a hot shot. And a Kamigoi from the ground, and he's got him in the pin. He's looking exhausted. Oh, 2 3/4.
Not quite enough.
He's got the heart of a would-be champion. And Snaff's just punishing his opponent. He rolls back to his feet. He dodges the drop kick. Snapdragon suplex straight from Japan. A kick to the head. He's feeling it now. Tourette's is on fire. Looks like he's going for another one. Surely you can't survive 2 of these. And another vertebraker to Snaff. What a horrible drop. Kick out, Snaff. Oh, and the SQUIRESHIP is up in arms. Another 2 3/4. He's really feeling it in his neck now, Mike. This could be the end.
Very close there. And he's calling for it.
He's caught him with the cutter. This could be it now. Absolutely. Has to be it. The crowd feeding the SQUIRESHIP champion allows him to kick out. I can't believe it. Clubbing him, punishing him. The Snaff is out on his feet.
Tourette's needs to finish as he's right for the taking here.
He is, but we've got a counter.
That killer instinct.
Don't strike with a striker, Mike, as they always say, and he's got him up. Kryptonite crunch in the center of the ring. Get him, champ. Let's go. Let's go. Recount. Snaff is your winner. What did we just witness, Mike?
That was a slobber knocker, as you always say, and that was a very impressive victory for Snaff, and exactly what he needed going into the pay-per-view there. Took a hell of a beating, and he was this close to taking a loss there, but no disrespect to Tourette's there. I don't think he lost any credibility, but Snaff fought like a champion there, and that's why he got the win.
Of course, his stock has got a raise with the crowd. They are absolutely foaming at the mouth with this win. Fantastic win. He can't even believe it himself. I can't believe he kicked out of so much punishment. But there he is, our SQUIRESHIP champion on top.
Very nice, very nice.
Wow. What a time to debut a new move as well, against the SQUIRESHIP champion, pulling out all the stops, utilising a brand new move in his arsenal, the vertebraker.
That's a devastating manoeuvre there. That will put most people away, but seemingly not Snaff, the SQUIRESHIP champion.
No, the resilience on display there. It was nice to see Snaff in a singles match after spending so much time in a tag team with his Bash brother, McByrnes. But doesn't seem to have any ring rust in singles competition. I would keep an eye on that ego, though, champ. That almost cost you the match. But fantastic display. Tourette's. Nothing but respect from Tourette's for kicking out of some of Snaff's best work, using everything he had, but unfortunately it was not enough. I don't think this affects the rankings all too much for Tourette's. A loss to the champion is not your average everyday loss.
No. I think he can take that one on the chin and come back and still keep his head held high there. Very credible performance from Tourette's.
Very credible indeed.
Most people, I think, yeah. would have beaten most people with that outlay of maneuvers there.
Well, I'm sure someone from his community will order him a takeaway with a performance like that. But speaking of takeaway, now is your opportunity to perhaps order one for yourself or even put the kettle on. We're going to go to a short commercial break. We will address the audio issues that are hampering the show so far. But once again, congratulations to our champion on his exhibition win. We'll be back after a word from our community. Don't go anywhere.
Can't kill me. You can't kill me. Oh, no, I'm stuck. Fuck. No. 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 No.
That's not what I needed.
Go back! Go back!
Get the flag.
I ain't having it. Just whack the fucking thing. Oi!
Fuck off, boy.
Yeah, get the fuck off my scooter!
Shit.
Get the fuck off my scooter! Yeah! How's it feel, huh? Fuck off! Fuck off! Fuck off! That's what happens when you take things that don't belong here. Fuck off!
It always happens. So give Muso my love and get the fuck out of my house.
What the fuck is happening?
Yeah, I'm not got the kill for it. He just jumped off.
Enemy down.
Shit. Taz had him. Taz.
Fuck off.
Taz. Taz, I was insane.
Hey. I'm gonna fuck you up. You bitch. How you like that? I like them apples. What up? What up? I got him, I got him, I got him.
Oh my god, I almost got my guy too.
Ooh, shit. See? Too fast round the corner. Suck a dick! What did you have? Oh, you had a purple stinger.
Any roaches, mate? Sorry. Fucking fancy blazing up, man, yeah? What's your name, bud? Oh, Robert Kendos, eh? Oh, don't mind me. I just want to get high. Basically, my name's Leon S. Kennedy.
By the time I know.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Save me! Tell me! What's not fair? What?
Let me load marbles. Oh shit! Smell chocolate milk all over the no! No! It's all over the mouse! No! Fucking hell! Get the fucking towels in you!
Hiya! Here's Bump. I'm gonna eat your brains and gain your knowledge. Right.
Oh fuck! Brilliant. I'll accept it, mate. I'll accept it, mate. Oh! Donkey, I did it perfect.
Oh! That was the best one ever. It didn't even transition.
Oh, it's Wesker
This is the
trying to
run.
disappear.
I'm
I
not
don't
fucking
know
this
what's
up.
going on.
Well,
You got games? You got games on your phone?
And welcome back to SCW. Thank you for joining us here in the Parking Day tonight, the last show before our pay-per-view next week. I am Phil Hawkins. To my right, Hall of Famer, former world champion, Malibu Mike Martelli. And I understand you got caught backstage by some fans who wanted some autographs on your way back.
Yeah, it happens all the time. I can't even go shopping without being disturbed, but that's what happens when you're a Hall of Famer and former world champion and somebody with the effervescence of Malibu. So yeah, it's part of the course.
Tremendous. Of course, as a fan, I had his autograph on day one. He signed my water bottle. But anyway, fantastic set of matches to start us off. We've seen Reaper put away Jimmy in record time, and Snaff has bested Tourette's after an absolute pasting with the debut of his new move, the Vertebreaker. Goodness grief, Mike. And we've seen that move on the Independents and back in the day from Sugar Shane Helms. I haven't seen it for so long that I thought that move was gone forever.
Yeah, it's I've never seen it until tonight, but holy moly, that's one hell of a maneuver, and Snaff was very lucky to be able to find a way out of that. Obviously, a testament to his durability, I must say.
Hopefully you've earned a little respect for our champion here with that performance. Like you said, he needed to have that fight in him, and he put it to the test tonight.
Yeah. He showed that that charisma, that uniqueness, nerve and talent that a good champion should have. So very impressed with Snaff, and like I say, wasn't the biggest fan at the beginning. He was prancing around like he owned the place, but and I did say that the way you changed my mind is in the ring, and that's what he's been doing over the last few weeks. So well done.
Of course, we'll next see him in action against Monster, I believe, at the pay-per-view, as he has the #1 contendership to the Squire title as the runner-up for the Twitch Championship weeks ago from our first pay-per-view.
That's correct, and that's a stern test right there. So you have to pull it out of the bag tonight to get ready for that.
And pardon the pun, but Monster is on a monster run as well. An absolute incredible series of matches. I don't think he's yet to lose in one-on-one competition. I don't recall it.
I'm just checking my notes here, and
no.
Obviously he lost the tournament final, but ever since that he's been victorious. So
I thought so.
Just the one lost to Dan there in the final.
Yes, of course. Dan, our Twitch champion. We will see more of Dan at the pay-per-view. At the moment, he's doing a goodwill tour around his hometown. Happy trails, champ. Hope everything's going well for you out there.
And obviously, he's going to be for the first time defending his Twitch championship next week in our pay-per-view against Lamb Chops, of course, who earned that opportunity by winning the Squire Showdown a few weeks ago. It was very impressive as well. So that's going to be one hell of a match.
One hell of a match. So many matches to look forward to at the pay-per-view. Of course, we will release more card details after this show, because as I've said always, anything is possible in SQUIRESHIP Championship Wrestling's realm. And not so much more impossible than the match we have on next. The two largest in scale in terms of the women's roster there. We've got Tazalicious versus the Scale Lab in a re-meet, let's say, from the tag team match from 2 weeks ago.
They're both probably the meanest as well, the meanest competitors in our our women's division. Both very talented. I think this one is on Taz. I mean, she's the one who has everything to prove. Very impressive in all of her matches, but yet to pick up a singles victory. So this is crucial for her to be able to perform tonight against one of the scariest individuals I've ever seen in my life.
Of course, goosebumps for days when Scary makes that entrance. Of course, mind games, getting in the head of her opponent as early as possible. Everything from the lights going down, the torch to the ring, the rocking chair that sends everybody rocking, but I don't think there's anything more disrespectful than having a rest before your match. I think it just shows disdain for the task at hand.
The rocking chair is the icing on the cake, and the cake is probably filled with blood.
Of course, Taz standing just shy of 6 feet tall. Anastasia standing also just shy of 6 feet tall. Both of them utilizing power maneuvers. Taz focusing more on suplexes as the the bovine suplex machine, and Anastasia with more brutal, impactful attacks to the spine and neck areas.
I mean, like I say, Taz has the ability, but she needs to display her dominance tonight if she's to be the standout from the herd, I would say.
Fantastic use of words, my friend.
If she wins, yeah, I don't know what would be next if she were to lose tonight, but it's all on. The pressure's on her.
And of course, the sound of the cow and the hold down means it can only be one thing. We've got cowgirl shit approaching the ring. Her words, not mine.
Yeah, not cow shit, of course, because that would be disgusting. Yeah, I mean, she's got her gimmick and her image together, and she got that theme, and you can see that resonates from the very core there. Some sort of exuberant cowgirl persona there. But when the bell rings, she's serious.
Of course, living the gimmick, as you used to say back in the 80s.
Yeah.
Oh, and it's gone cold here in the parking day, ladies and gentlemen.
I think I'm going to be sick.
Well, everyone's using their phones to light the way, but it's so dark in here, they're getting no purchase off that light. It's just an all-encompassing void. Everything from the lights to the music, the smoke. And here she comes.
Like, she doesn't really do much in it. She doesn't show off. She doesn't make a lot of, well, you can't see her expressions, but she doesn't gesticulate very much. She just very unnervingly walks to the ring incredibly slowly with that lantern there. She wouldn't need it if the lights were turned on, but it's very menacing, and like I say, she's a lot scarier than most of the women I've known in my life.
And fortnight ago, the SAC, that's the SQUIRESHIP Athletic Commission, wanted to obtain a sample of the well, I'm guessing is blood on Scary's coat and mask. Unfortunately, they haven't reported for work since, so we think they've gone AWOL. Of course, we're not casting any aspersions here, but given what they were met with at whatever door that they knocked, I don't hold out much hope for seeing those fellows again.
Let's hope they would just skid off, Mike, and that was it.
There's the crowd looking very unnerved in the front row there, apart from the one person who seems to be behind what Scary's going to do. A rather twisted individual we have in the audience there. Part of the realm. It takes all sorts. Of course, we've got Taz and Scary, our officiator for tonight, Jordan Peterson. They meet in the ring. A collar, head-arm tie-up, and a whip into the corner, and a display of power straight on the offset from Taz. Got her in a hammerlock and a booby-to-back suplex. Oh, those are scoop slam from hell.
There's some serious power in this ring.
kick to the unspeakables to get out of the choke. And a booby-to-booby suplex from the side. First of one of her many trademark suplexes. The bovine suplex machine in fine form. Got another whip. Looking to strike her up against the ropes. Drain all the momentum out of Scary. She clubs her to the back of the neck. Of course, Taz is absolutely desperate for a win. Mike, she seems to have done well in tag team affairs, but her singles competition hasn't been great so far.
It's just that final product. I mean, she has all the ingredients for to be a really threatening competitor in SCW, but it just hasn't all come together at the end. It's going a little bit sour, I must say, and the last thing we want would be for somebody's career to curdle so early on in the history of this promotion, especially somebody as likable and as talented as Taz.
Yeah, she needs to get the finish sorted there. The cow tipper obviously gains a lot of purchase. We're looking for an early pin count there. Peterson counts just one. She needs to get that choke slam more on point. She takes too long charging up that choke slam, and her opponents counter her almost each and every time. Quicker on the draw, quicker to finish.
They're wise to that maneuver, and I think maybe early on that she was seen as a threat, and that's what they spent their time focusing on is her ability to put people away with that maneuver.
Yes, taking a choke slam from somebody that large on the roster can't feel good, and a massive leg drop to the base of the skull, softening up the neck and the head. And a Welsh Dragon screw.
I mean, it's pretty hard to call this match in terms of styles. I mean, I'm not sure if, because they are powerhouses and they're mainly, planting both feet on the floor. I mean, I don't know who's got to change this up to get a win, and how they adapt with that clash of styles that are obviously very similar. But yeah, either way, you can say Taz is the one with everything to prove here.
Taz dropping the prime rump across the chest and now going for a cow mull clutch.
Very nice, very nice.
Thank you, I learned from the best. And what, could it be a belly to back? No, it's a gut buster. Going for the torso as well as the neck. Scary always looking to diminish her opponent's will. Of course, she dedicated her life to figuring out what terrifies her opponent, but as her medical distinguishes, she lost her mind in doing so, Mike. She looked too deep.
Delving that deep into the psyche of humans will probably do that to you, because as we know, humans are terrifying species, and they may be sick.
Okay. Oh, the disgraceful suplex.
Give them an internet connection and a social media account. I think that's probably where we fail. Oh.
Single leg powerbomb. She could be going for the Alpamere water slide early. She lands the Alpamere water slide. This is terrible for Taz. She got the rope break. Great presence of mind.
Smart there. One stray hoof there on the ropes, and obviously our distinguished referee. Oh.
Could she be going for it?
Mischief there with the cow tipper, and like we said,
no.
Well scouted.
Well scouted and too long. It's the delivery of the choke slam, Mike. She takes too long.
I think so.
A punishing series of clotheslines, going for the trifecta by the looks of things. Landed with aplomb. The crowd doesn't seem to be too happy with the way this match is turning out.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think they like being in the same building as Scalab, and the way she's taking it to Taz there is not pleasing our of course, Taz a big fan favorite.
Another scoop slam from hell, and now she's standing on the neck and stomping down, after which she dropped that leg across it earlier in the match. Taz is now she's just been slung around. She doesn't seem to have an answer for this.
Maybe she's got to Taz psychologically, and that's what's allowing her to dominate a bit, to come back. Can she capitalize?
Another Beal from the corner, it seems. Looking for momentum on her side. Another. A repeat from earlier, almost verbatim, but it worked earlier, so why not go back to the old tool shed?
He absolutely bucked her there without throw, and that's allowed her to scramble back into the match. A semi-skimmed onslaught there with a couple of mug splashes, and she's going for that hand.
Well, let's hope she can go for a full fat finish.
That's a autopsy hand there, Mike. Mike, that's me. I'm sorry.
You were looking in a mirror. Did you see yourself in the monitor again? Because she gave her the hoof. Oh, I thought she was going for the Alabama slam, but it got countered into a crushing powerbomb.
Yeah,
going for the Alpamere again.
Could be sent up a pasture here. I think that's it, Phil.
It has to be it. 2 Alpamere water slides. A kick out at 2 3/4. And the crowd seems to be on the side of Taz. Scares having a look around.
Desperation territory. Scale Up could be sending it to the abattoir if Taz doesn't find a way out of this. But he's seeming a little rare tonight, I think, and somebody needs to turn up the heat.
Stomping up the hands and legs, trying to stop any forward momentum. She's going for it again, and could she get it this time? She sees purchase with the Alabama slam.
Excellent execution there.
And drops a hoof into the unspeakables. And another milk splash. Momentum's now back on Taz's side, and the crowd are feeding off her energy. The crowd are loving it. Oh, no. Knocked from Wales, dragon screw. Stops her in her tracks. Oh, a boot to the head, though. Of course, the mask negating much of the damage.
That's there. A little bit of hesitation. I think she missed an opportunity there to step back into the match.
A thunderous comeback from Scale Lab there. We had a series of clotheslines with a sidewalk slam. Shades of The Undertaker. It looks like we've got a 2 count, and she can't quite believe it. She thinks she's done enough to put her opponent away. Not quite. Catching the fist. Delivering a headbutt. She's not out of it yet. Another cow tipper. Taz looking for the win. Go on, Taz. Get your win. I don't believe it. We're going to have to see it. It's coming. She's signing for the choke slam. She's got her hand around the throat. She gets her up. She gets her up. Center of the ring. Nowhere to go. Surely that's a 3 count.
Off the leg. That was very scary there. I just saw Scale Ab's eyes open all of a sudden just before the 2 count, and wow. Oh.
The crowd is saying fight forever. I'm inclined to agree. Just Taz shows off that she's still got some strength in the tank. She's going for it again, Mike. What an unbelievable showing of strength. Parading her around the ring, besmirching her opponent.
It's not going to take a lot out of her, though. I mean, that was not easy to do, especially twice.
No, but we'll have to see. We'll have to. Oh, a quick counter there from Scale Lab. Quickly onto her feet.
That's more like it.
That's more like it. It would be a T-bone suplex, but that would be disrespectful. For a nice suplex nonetheless, over the shoulders, gets a 2 count. Taz is begging for the 3 count. She needs the win, Mike.
She does. And
out of character, ascending the top rope. Went for the knee drop, obviously nowhere near.
That could be crucial, but she's still on the offense. Oh.
It's a speed!
Sunset flip.
Oh, I thought that was 3 there. The counter off the powerbomb off the ground. She should have gone for a suplex. The powerbomb is not in her wheelhouse. And she's going for the face crusher. Usually it sets everybody up for the end. She's picking up to her feet. It looks like she's going for the elbow. Counter from Taz. Big elbow strike. She's going for a suplex of her own and just tosses her across the ring with disdain. How are these two still standing?
Very impressive.
She seems to be confident in giving her the hoof, but as we saw with Snaff earlier, you really shouldn't be taunting your opponent, even if you do think you have this in the bag. At any moment, they could spring to their feet and grab you in something that could stop the match post-haste. Oh, crushing right hand. Of course, Farmer's strength coming through there.
Yes, those agricultural types are very strong, but Taz needs to put this one away. I think it might be a lost chance. Beef chop today. The stakes are high in this one, so
the crowd are rallying behind her. She seems well done though. She's putting in a ray of performance, going for the choke slam immediately. Just around the throat, big old goozle, and she gets the choke slam off. This has to be it now. Scary will not be put away.
What is this scale up? She's an absolute monster.
And this time, driving the knee into the stomach, it looks like, where the others would be. Oh, she stops the offense right there. Taz is on fire. She misses out on a body slam of some sort. The Scary's right back on top. She gives her a quick, short, snapping tilt-a-whirl power slam. Momentum back in Scalab's corner. No, a momentum switch again. These two are giving a hell for leather, Mike. Oh, what could it be? The power. Incredible overhead booby to booby. Another cow tipper. She's got a pinner there. She's taking too long, Mike. She's taking way too long.
This is crucial.
She gets the 3 count anyway. She's exhausted. Taz is exhausted. But Taz gets the win over Scalab.
Very impressive. Pulled that one right out of the bag there, and yeah, the Malibu didn't prevail in this rodeo, and it's central. I mean, she's back. Taz Delicious is back, everybody, and hopefully this is the start of a very impressive career in SCW.
As they say in these parts, Mike, she's well chuffed. Getting her first singles win over one of the most fierce competitors that we do have on the women's roster. She put it away with great conviction. Finally getting the win. Of course, not with the chokeslam, with a cow tipper. I think she needs to do a little reassessment there of choosing a finish, because it seems that the cow tipper absolutely gets the job done.
Effective. It's much quicker if she can hone that maneuver and be able to execute that a little bit better. Then that might be the way forward. Wow. Exactly what needed to happen there happened, so very chuffed for, like you say, for Taz Delicious there. Scalab is certainly no slouch, so all the more impressive.
All the more impressive, and congratulations on finally making it up the singles ladder. The next match we have on for you tonight is... Oh, hold on. Just getting an update from the production truck. Sorry about this, ladies and gentlemen. We're getting updates. Okay, there seems to be a match switch around. Mike, do you have more on this situation?
Yeah, this matchup is it's going to be lamb chops against Cage.
Cage? Well, that wasn't on the itinerary for earlier. Wow. I believe this is going to be his first singles match on the main roster.
Yeah,
Of course, we saw him with the Super Bash Brothers after his performance at the Squire Showdown, but we haven't seen him in singles competition since getting his contract.
Yeah, mainly fighting Randy Randham there in the doldrums of the roster, but yeah, I think Cage has been rewarded with a match against our #1 contender. In fact, Lamb Chops. So this is another opportunity. All matches are opportunities. We don't just throw the matches in there just to fill the time. Everything has meaning. So this is really can Cage step up and cement his place on the roster, beating one of the more accomplished and more celebrated competitors, and can Lamb Chops demonstrate that he deserves to be #1 contender by putting someone away like Cage. And yeah, this is going to be fantastic.
Fantastic indeed. Lamb Chops not performing tonight, so he'll be fresh. He has performed mostly after 4 sets in the brewhouse, so, you know, he's been a little sleepy, a little tired getting into the ring. But Lamb Chops is fresh tonight. He's not double booked. At the request of Rick McGooch, he wants to see exactly what Lamb Chops is capable of, because if you can get a #1 contendership match and put on the match that he did against Bump 2 weeks ago, you know, things are looking up for Lamb Chops. Of course, a fan favourite, needs to get some more wins in that ring in a singles competition.
And regardless of the outcome of this match, if his match after that is a victory, then we're looking at the new Twitch champion, of course, in one of our main events next week against Dan Genius.
But until then, he has to get past Cage. Of course, famously, I said he's a man who seems to have 4 chests, as he is so wide. Apparently, that made its way around social media. But a description that stands nonetheless. And here he comes, the Cherry Rebel, the Cherry Bomb, Lamb Chops.
The Ace of Base.
The Ace of Base, indeed. He's looking pumped. He's looking fresh. It seems that he's had his gooch wipe supplied. He's looking very supple and nimble as he makes his way to the ring.
Yeah, he certainly comes across to me as a man who does indeed respect his taint, and he respects the SCW realm here, and they respect him back. One of our biggest fan favourites here, the 4-stringed phenom, as they say.
Because after tonight, he's going to find himself in Molly's chambers. But first, he needs to secure the win so he can pour himself a little whiskey in the jarro. His words, not mine.
Yep. Indeed. Very impressive set of matches. Doing quite well in the tournament, of course. A victory over McByrnes in that as well. A hellacious match against Bomp a few weeks ago, where he would have won 9 times out of 10 for the performance he put in. But, he's going to need a 9 out of 10 performance tonight to get past this guy.
I just heard someone behind me take a deep breath. I too would be taking deep breaths if I was Lamb Chops, because I'm not sure I've ever seen him even pick Cage up in the Squire Showdown. Not many can pick him up.
No.
It's like a human JCB.
I wasted all my beef jokes on the last match, but this guy is one hell of a heifer. He's a prime bull, and an absolute monster in the ring. A devastating right hand is truly something to behold.
Something to behold indeed. He was known as Hands of Stones Jones in his white-collar boxing career. A couple of knockouts and knockdowns to his name there. I believe he's a yellow belt in the kickboxing academy that he joined with his brother. But boxing seems to be more of his forte, and crushing destruction with his array of suplexes and his second of signature moves, the F5. Or in this case, probably an F50.
Yeah, that's one hell of a storm there. But yeah, this is gonna change the landscape of SCW, I think, this match. The outcome. Cage could really be up there with the big boys, and Lamb Chops could really be on a tear, ready for his title match next week.
Yes, I hope he competes smartly against Cage, avoiding his strength, size, and striking ability. Let's hope he didn't write his set list last minute and knows exactly what it is he's doing tonight.
Let's hope so, Phil. Let's hope so.
Oh, a counter using some of his speed advantage. Trying to smother. He can lift him, and it's a backdrop. Question asked and answered by the Cherry Rebel in earnest. Welsh Dragon Screw stops him in his place. And a Kamigoi, just like his brother had done earlier against Tourette's, but he's not going for the pin. Just softening up the Ace of Base tonight.
I think for somebody of his style, much like I said with Snaff, he needs to get in there, close that gap. I don't think Lamb Chops is somebody who could hold their own toe-to-toe with Cage, but if Cage can get in there, close that gap.
The stage dive!
I think that's how he wins.
Intelligently done you, Mike, looking for the early 3 count, trying to put him away early, of course can't jeopardize his title match.
No, and conversely then for Lamb Chops, I think he's got to play on a bit more of speed. He's a bit more of an all-rounder. No real standout style there, but I think that's how he prevails. It disrupts Cage's strengths and attacks him from all angles using his speed.
Needs to be done. Of course, a lot of crossover in the moveset, like you said, as with Snaff, but 2 very different wrestling styles. We will have to see what happens as the match goes on, if this favors the smaller athlete or the larger athlete. As Lamb seems to be softening up his striking hands. Going for the wrists and elbows. Has him up on his shoulders. And a flapjack. Textbook, as clean as you like.
Well, a bit of the turnbuckle there. I think that was nastier than it looked. It doesn't keep him down for long.
No, he seems non-distressed about that, as he delivers a hot shot across the top rope. That'll slow anybody down. Oh, but a boot to the head.
Shook it. Goes on the offense.
Oh, a spinning back fist.
The meanest slab I've ever seen in my life. He's ferocious.
With a capital F. Driving her hands into the cheekbones. And now he's just rolling with him, showing him that he can sling him around at any moment like a plaything. Catches him, pump up right hand. He just made that easier for Cage with the run-up.
I mean, there's
wow, no... backhand, Malibu!
Wow. Lambs can't fly. Cage, no finesse whatsoever. I mean, he just, as straight as they come, just hits hard. No flamboyance, gets the job done. And a Tree of Woe there, that's a throwback.
That's a throwback, favorited by Terry Funk back in the NWA days. Fantastic. Nice to see a bit of old school from the young whippersnapper. But he's looking for the 3 count. Peterson is ready to oblige. 2.5.
Devastating attack there. I'm not sure if Lambs have ribs, but if they do, I think Cage found them.
Well, Cage went for the hands of stone, but the Cherry Rebel saw it coming and just about blocked the strike. Wise move. And we've got another sit-down attack there. More counters from the young upstart. Over the top rope, Lamb goes. Brings him right back in, though. No reprieve, no breathing room.
I think
an ankle pick.
This is being fought in Cage's style here. Lammy's holding his own for now, but I think if it continues like this, this will swing in Cage's favour. Lamb needs to execute a plan.
Well, here comes one plan. He's strumming one out. A favourite manoeuvre. And the crowd seem to enjoy that one very much. 2 count after strumming one out. That should leave anybody tired. Not Cage.
The complete opposite of Cage there. A lot of finesse, but we know what this usually means.
He dodged a cherry bomb. He sidestepped the cherry bomb. He's got him up on his shoulders, Mike. Oh, I thought he was going for perhaps an F50. Whatever else F and number is assigned to it. A massive knee to the chops. The lamb chops.
Ow.
And another rolling sobot. He stays on his feet, though. Now he has him in the ropes. Oh, right in the kidneys. The lamb and kidney pie he's going to turn him into. What is this? Ascending the top rope.
My goodness.
A half and half suplex from heaven itself. Surely that's a 3 count.
Very impressive to be able to kick out of that maneuver.
Very impressive, but I think Cage is going to piss on his chips, as they say in Cardiff. Nope, he blocks the F50. And slows him down with a shin breaker.
Shin breaker. You can't win if you ain't got a shin.
And the knee.
This is the more of the style that Lamb Chops needs to work in both the hands and feet there, the main weapons with Cage. Ooh.
Taking it to the outside. Of course, as per Rick McGooch, there are no countouts anymore in the Squireship.
No countouts, and Lamb choosing not to go outside. Probably a smart move, I would say. But
taking his time, I would say. Delivering a hangman neckbreaker to the outside, using some of that pixelated concrete.
I think he spent too long. Cage's durability is tremendous, so I think he allowed him some time to recover there. Not what I would have done, Phil.
No, and I certainly wouldn't be taunting, inviting the wrath of the Rage Cage. And a hip toss. The disdain for the jabs and a body shot from the challenger. Vertical suplex. Elbow goes nowhere. Oh, and a deadlift back-to-back suplex. Yet another Kamigoi. Hands of stone! He's knocked his lamb chops into the 8th row.
Goodness.
He kicked out, Mike.
Have dentists, but I think he's going to need to go and find one. The lamb maneuver.
The crowd are chanting, holy shit, either for the strike or for lamb chops getting up. And an F50. That has to be it. The challenger has been stopped before his title match next week. He has to go into this title match next week damaged somewhat after such a hellacious strike from the brother of our Squireship champion. Of course, the truck.
Beating all over. I mean, those right hands to the face, the knees and punches to the ribs and kidneys. But yeah, Lamb has to go into this as the outsider next week, and Cage is surely going to benefit from this victory over the #1 contender. Don't forget. Very, very impressive.
Well, I would imagine that Cage wouldn't want to compete against his brother for the Squireship title, so I think a win over the challenger is setting him on the path perhaps to the Twitch Championship. Of course, I can't speak for Cage. He seems to have ideas of his own there, but he's definitely a fly in the ointment. And Lamb Chops nursing his wounds as he goes to the back of his own volition. Seems to be on his 2 feet, which is a good sign, Mike.
Yeah, it's a very good sign. And of course, we can't speak for Rick McGooch, who is as unpredictable as our matches on ICW. Who knows what he will enact after that? What I have to say is almost an upset.
An upset indeed. But congratulations to Cage on your first singles win in SCW. Commiserations to Lamb Chops. Hope you heal up in time for the pay-per-view next week. Squire. But we've got some chance for GG, Cage. It looks like some of the crowd, the pro Snaff crowd, have made their way into the hearts of the young upstart. But we're going to go on a quick break. We're going to whet our whistles. Hopefully your takeaway is en route. Reboil the kettle. And join us for the next part of this sold-out show in the Park and Day. 660 strong.
And no surprise, baby.
And gooch wipes. Respect your taint.
Respect your taint. Or else.
You can't kill me.
You can't kill me.
Oh, no, I'm stuck. Fuck. No. 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 No.
That's not what I needed.
Go back. Go back.
Get the flag.
I ain't having it. Just whack the fucking thing. Oi!
Fuck off, boy.
Yeah, get the fuck off my scooter! Get the fuck off my scooter! Yeah! How's it feel, huh? Fuck off! Fuck off! Fuck off! That's what happens when you take things that don't belong to you! Fuck off!
It always happens. So, give Muso my love and get the fuck out of my house.
What the fuck is happening?
Yeah, I'm not got the kill for it.
He just jumped off.
Enemy down!
Shit. Taz, I had him. Taz.
Fuck off.
Taz. Taz, I was insane.
Hey. I'm gonna fuck you up. You bitch. Are you like that? I like them apples.
What the? What the? I got him, I got him, I got him.
Oh my god, I almost got my guy too.
Oh shit. See? Too fast round the corner.
Suck a dick! What did you have? Oh, you had a purple stinger.
Can you roaches, mate?
Sorry.
Fucking fancy blazing up, man, yeah? What's your name, bud? Oh, Robert Kendos, eh? Oh, don't mind me. I just want to get high. Basically, my name's Leon S. Kennedy.
By the time I know.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Save me! Tell me! What's not fair? What?
Let me load marbles. Oh shit! Smell chocolate milk all over the. No! No! It's all over the mouse! No! Fucking hell! Get the fucking towels in you!
Hiya! Here's Bump. I'm gonna eat your brains and gain your knowledge.
Welcome back to SEW, ladies and gentlemen. I am Phil Hawkins, next to my broadcast partner, Malibu Mike Martelli, Hall of Famer, former champion.
Malibu, baby.
Malibu.
Had so far.
Phenomenal show, the fallout of which will be felt for weeks to come, I'd imagine.
I think so. But we have a lot to come. And this next match is bringing back a little bit of controversy, of course.
A little bit of controversy indeed. We saw the debut of Lucky-K, commonly known in the Squireship as Dutty, and whether it was a flagrant abuse of the rules, or it was new starters like nerves, or she didn't quite know what was going on, she unfortunately got the match ended by refusing to leave the ring after being tagged out.
Yeah, and of course we have conducted a full-scale investigation, and the outcome is thus. Broom will face Dutty one-on-one, but Bump and Monster will be at ringside, bringing down their associates and cheering them on. So yeah, of course, this burning rivalry, which is ripping right throughout the SCW realm. Rick McGooch, of course, not relenting and giving Bump yet again what he's been asking for in that one-on-one match against Monster. He's playing them like puppets on a string and antagonizing them both here, and using them, making them use their respective champions to fight on their behalf. So this is going to be interesting.
Yes, nothing worse.
What's going to happen outside the ring as well? I would keep an eye.
I'd keep an eye. Those two boys are powder kegs. The one-upmanship last week from Bump versus Viking and Monster versus Randy, it was like they were just trying to outdo each other, like in their own separate matches. We can't discredit either of them for having an amazing competition within them, but at some point they're gonna have to meet or slow down, or someone's gonna get hurt.
Each can't say no forever, and what's, there's hatred here clearly, but what's making this almost inevitable is that they're both at the top of their game, and eventually, like you say, they're going to have to face each other one way or another, whether that's on Rick McGooch's rules or the request of the competitors. But we're on a crash course for something big here, and this is another little taste of what's to come.
Yes, of course. Bump and Monster were a tag team on the Independents known as Resident Weeble. Since fractured due to the poor officiating from Jordan Peterson at the Squireship title eliminators, didn't see the rope break from Bump. And that incensed him to no end. He believes that there's a conspiracy behind the scenes, and after, of course, Rick McGooch unrelenting, one would be inclined to agree, perhaps.
I think so, and this is shaking things up massively.
The Broom still looks like she's representing the core appearance of this little stable that they've formed there in a suit. Bump, sharply dressed as always, as our favourite resident psychopath.
Yeah, this new look from Broom says a lot more than she's been saying about it. I mean, surely they're aligned. Walking there in unison to the ring. Similar body language, and is this going to be used against Monster in the wars to come?
Broom is looking very confident. Bump, as always, very angry. Of course, it is worth noticing that Broom has started using some of Bump's moveset. I understand they have been meeting backstage, and he's been teaching her how to absolutely brutalize the joints of her opponent. But here comes... Oh my god, Mike, that is... They've appropriated their tag team name.
Insult to injury there from Monster. Mind games... Not what he's known for, but that's got to do some damage before the bell rings, I would say.
I would be seething. That was their tag team name. Of course, they held one tag team championship in GCW before joining SCW. They didn't hold it for long. There was dissension brewing between them already. Of course, Bump in interviews saying he's tolerated his shit for long enough. Apologies for the swearing, but a quote's a quote.
As journalists, you have to report the facts.
They certainly do, and Broom going after Dutty, but Dutty showing keen ring awareness with a quick reversal and a fisherman suplex right off the bat. No pin, but a lovely bridge nonetheless. Bump
like
watching.
You you said earlier there, Bump's clearly been providing some tutelage to Broom. Of course, Bump's the more experienced professional wrestler, and I think Broom's been making a lot of notes.
Yes, so sometimes the way Bumps can strike and destroy his opponent, you'd swear that man was a walking cheat code. Of course, we can't forget the twisting stunner that got reversed into a cherry bomb 2 weeks ago by Lamb Chops, but hasn't been seen since. That twisting stunner, if he lands it on his opponent, it's game over. And he only uses it when he absolutely has to.
I mean, he's smart. Like he's adapted his style around that, and he came up with an alternative, and by gum did he put Lamb Chops away after that counter.
Of course, Dutty showing that she's no slouch there with the ring awareness to throw Broom out of the ring and take it to the outside. Oh, a massive sweep from her days of playing Warzone. For a lovely sweep into cover.
We've, of course, only seen Dutty in that one match, which didn't really draw the conclusion, so we've not really got much to go on her style, of course, and how she will approach a one-on-one in what is her singles debut.
Her singles debut, and she's just launched Broom across the ring in a T-bone suplex. It looked like Broom was going to go to Bump for some counselling, but she's decided to get in the ring and tuck up her shell nice and tight so as to stop the attack. And she does a belly-to-back rock bottom of sorts in the ring. Very nice. Oh, and there's a strength and wiliness advantage there as she slings Dutty into the corner. No, look! It looks like she's going for Bump signature small joint strikes.
I'm sure that would have been the first thing that he taught her. But,
wrenching at the finger.
Before this allegiance, she was a mean competitor herself, and she's effective. I would have to say that she's definitely the favourite tonight, having not much to go on with Lucky Dash K.
Going once again back to that tool set of striking the head, the chest, wringing the fingers out, and then dropping a knee across the lower back. What's she going for here? Oh, and a cross arm breaker into a knee drop to the chin. And she's going back to that move again by the looks of things, Malibu. Definitely shades of Bump with these series of strikes.
Definitely. I noticed Bump is eagerly watching along there, just taking it all in. I'm sure he'll impart some more advice after this match.
She stops her with a clothesline. She takes to the top rope, perhaps now emulating her partner of sorts, but Broom went to run to throw her off the turnbuckle, but ate the top rope and launched Dutty across the ring with her momentum. And a dragon suplex into a facebuster. This is some of Broom's patent moveset coming out now.
Yeah, I think experience showed there. I mean, I know for a fact that Monster would have landed that 100%. But, you can't become a
Monster,
veteran overnight.
hands to yourself.
Yeah. Of course, that would be a disqualification there if he were to interfere. But first look at Monster at ringside.
He's looking a little nervous, but still has somewhat of confidence to him as he cracks his neck. He's giving her instructions right into the foray. He's not afraid of Broom. And now he seems to be standing between the two of them as Broom gives the thumbs down in the ring. Dutty using the lack of countout to rest and replenish after that horrible onslaught. Broom right back on her, though. Oh, marvellous inside-out backdrop. Visited by her nostrils. What's she doing here? Oh, disdain. And she's going for it again. And again. Dutty with the roll through. Some of that monster speed on display. Not enough. Broom showing she's too much. And there's her patented facebuster, Mike. This could be it. Of course, Dutty hasn't faced great odds in the ring yet. We don't know what she's made of.
A little gesture to the fans there. But, yeah, and don't forget that Iris Abbott for the Twitch Women's title next week.
Of course.
The Lucky Dash K is facing the elite of the SCW Women's Division. And she's got a lot to do with for the victory this time.
I think she calls that move the Brussels sprout. And she gets her hands on the ropes. Interesting how Jordan Peterson sees the rope break from Broom as well as... sorry, as opposed Bomp's rope break.
They're very risky for Broom to try that one with Jordan Peterson as the referee, but it worked.
Did, and Dutty showing that she's got some of that dog in her, using a choke of her own. A schoolboy, and a little bit of power on display with a single-arm powerbomb. I thought she was going for a pin.
Very nice.
And a taste of Broom's own medicine there with a stomp to the elbow. She was going for a float over Falcon's arrow of sorts, maybe, but a loose German suplex to counter.
Irish suplex, if you will.
And there's the Irish curse. Middle of the ring, nowhere to go. Kick out to 2, Dutty showing she's got the stuff. Welcome to SCW, kid.
SCW.
A sharp kick to the face. Going after the arm herself. Once again, a taste of Broom's medicine. And a kick to the lower back. She's once again sending the top rope, but she'll be going for the Brussels sprout again. No, she drives the knee across the throat. That'll halt her comms. And it looks like she's going for some sort of arm wringer submission of her own there.
Don't quite see, but it's effective.
Definitely, Broom seems to be holding her arm in pain there. She's going for it again in the middle of the ring. No, on an arm breaker this time. Showing some good moves there from the debuting singles competitor. Oh, she's right back on her with that camel clutch. A version of the camel clutch we saw earlier from Taz. Has she done enough damage, Mike?
Potentially, but
Peterson says no.
Obviously very resilient.
She going for another Irish curse? I don't think she knows where she wants to do it in the ring. In the middle didn't seem to work, but she got the reversal. She grabs her by a tuft of the hair, and into the turnbuckle goes Broom. So he doesn't quite know what to do, and she pays for not knowing what to do there. An arm wringer, a roll through, and a lovely arm breaker. Dropping her body weight across the abdomen of Dutty. And now, getting a little spiteful with that attack, Mike.
Getting nasty now. I think she's losing her patience. And there we go.
And there's another Irish curse. Nowhere for Dutty to go.
I'll kick out of this one.
She kicked out. The crowd are absolutely whipped into a lather. Oh, a headbutt. Oh, it's very out of character with what we've seen from her so far. She's demanding, nice, she stands to her feet.
A nice move there from the Bruges Brawler. But
she realizes she's too far away. Bridging German suplex. Kick out to 2 from Broom.
Very nicely executed there. A Belgian suplex with a bridge.
She didn't bridge the Fisherman's earlier, but the Belgian suplex definitely got a lovely bridge on that one. Oh, and a taste of Broom's own medicine with a face breaker of her own. Right to the tattooed on eyebrows. Elbow drop. She needs to go for that Brussels sprout, Mike. She's wasting her time.
I think so.
Running leg drops. Oh. Homage to her partner, Monster, by ringside.
I'm quite surprised we've not seen any shenanigans outside of the ring either. They're maintaining the distance. I think people are focused on their colleagues.
I think the respect, and there it is. I believe that's her signature move, Mike.
This could be it.
The rolling Falcon's arrow. Broom looks dazed. I think she knows where she is as she's staring up at the lights. Peterson down for the count. 3 count from Dudley, upsetting the team of Broom and Bump tonight.
That is an upset. That was not on my radar, I must be honest. But very impressive. Very good showing there. And picked out the 2 finishing maneuvers. And yeah, the war goes on.
The war continues. Bump outside is incredulous. He's cussing out the crowd and pointing at his partner's opponent, and the crowd are booing at him for such spiteful actions. Can't say I blame them.
Wow, we were, Phil. That was quite the barn burner.
We're going into the pay-per-view next week with 2 short fuses with matches of their own. I wouldn't be surprised if they come to blows in the locker room or something, or later tonight, anything. Like, those 2 have got to be ready to go. But congratulations to Dutty.
And both are, of course, ever the surprises. Both number 1 contenders. They're losing their match before their big title opportunity. So very interesting dynamic. I'm sure the remainder of the show and the show next week going to be unmissable. So don't forget to stick around for those.
Of course, stick around for the rest of the card, and of course tune into the pay-per-view next week. We say pay-per-view, you don't have to pay a thing. All you have to do is click the link on Twitch as we go live, and SCW will provide you with all the best grappling from around the SQUIRESHIP. But welcome to SCW, Dutty, and thank you for sticking by the rules and reading the rule book this time around. Didn't doubt you for a second.
Yeah, very slick performance there, and yeah, it seems like we've recruited another feisty competitor to the ever burgeoning women's division.
Yes, it seems that she's sculpting her moveset as she goes along. She did a little bit of what Broom did back to her, so we'll have to see what sticks, fashioning it as she goes in. From what I heard, she's untrained. She's been trained exclusively by Monster. Doesn't show too much of that smash mouth quick style that he has, but there are homages to what he likes to do with with the leg drops and the top rope moves in general. So once again, welcome to SCW, and we'll give you an update on Broom, of course, by the end of today. She's got a title match next week. We would hate for her to pull out due to injury. I do have it on good authority that Lamb is uninjured, but is very bruised and sore from his loss to Cage tonight, and justifiably so, Malibu. That was an absolutely crushing loss against Snaff's brother.
Humbling defeat, and if not a bruised body, then certainly a bruised ego, and that might play a pivotal role in the match against a very strong Dan Genius next week.
Very strong. Once again, Dan Genius is touring his hometown over in Italy. Goodwill ambassador for SQUIRESHIP Championship Wrestling as the European off the landmass of the United Kingdom. He believes it's his duty to spread our word far and wide, and just like a lovely spread or a marinade, let's say.
Yeah, no better representative of SCW, a wholesome and a wonderful champion, and he's flying the SCW flag very well thus far.
And of course, we have to give our congratulations to our women's champion, Ira Seppert, who was topic of conversation on Kevin Nash's podcast, Click This, where he talked for about 10 minutes about VTubers in media, and of course, had very positive things to say about Ira, as he likes to say, getting some of that heat.
Yes, Ira's a magnificent competitor, and doing her community proud there. Fantastic.
Yes, she's taken the title back up to North Wales. She will be making an appearance later tonight, however. Hopefully she's roused from her nap. She likes to take these really long sleeps during the day and wake up for night shenanigans. Something to do with the fact that she's a 1,000-year-old vampire, but to each their own. I couldn't do it. I'm too old.
Yeah, the champion of the women's division will face the Queen of Wrestling, Tails, in what promises to be a match for the ages later on tonight as well.
Of course, everyone curtsying backstage as the Queen arrived earlier today, set up her travel PC and played a few rounds of Apex, I think it is, or something like that. She had all the younger grapplers on the roster watching with great fervour, especially Lamb Chops, who got a couple of rounds in. But that's not the end of course, the action tonight, Mike, as we're going into a match that, quite frankly, makes me feel a little bit sick to have to witness in person.
This is going to be one doozy, and like I say, all of our competitors hit hard in SCW, but these two are up there in terms of power and ferocity. McByrnes versus WelshViiking. Again, another match that will set the landscape of the men's division moving forward. A lot to prove from both gentlemen here.
A lot to prove from both gentlemen, indeed. Of course, McByrnes fresh off winning the tag team titles with his partner Snaff. Of course, he competed earlier tonight in singles competition. McByrnes looking to kick off his singles run against WelshViiking. The momentum is all in his favour, as unfortunately Viking did suffer a loss to Bombarding last week in that 5-star match that has been talked about on all of the social media platforms.
Yeah, he came out of that one a lot better, I think, in terms of stature than when he went in, despite his loss. And yeah, it's just going to be one match for the ages.
Of course, we take you live to the Park and Day. It looks like McByrnes is first to make his way to the ring in singles competition tonight. What a fantastic showing against the Parole Models to reclaim that belt there from the scourge, the wastrels of the roster.
Yeah, finally came good against those pesky weasels, and obviously not around tonight. Not sure where they are, but I think they may have been laid to waste, partly by this man.
A strong showing from the big man, 6'4", over 300 pounds, the most intelligent de facto member of SCW, of course. Slipped through the rim gate with Randy Random and the first incarnation of Snaff, and since run wild on the tag team division.
He is a devastating opponent once he gets up close. But devastating, no less, is this young man. WelshViiking, the scourge of the seas.
The terror of Tonopandi. And he looks somewhat fresh after that defeat to Bomp. Once again, if you have time to witness the match, 5 stars around the board. Not one person is complaining about the quality of that match, Mike.
On their feet at the end of that one, I can certainly say. But he looks focused. I think this has given him an extra gear. And he's ready to raid.
Ready to raid. His first singles loss. Everyone has fallen into the wrath of Bump in his conquests to face Monster one-on-one. So, he just joins the long list of people who unfortunately found themselves on the wrong end of a stunner. But looking motivated and healthy tonight in his singles match against the singles debut of McByrnes.
Yep, I'm looking forward to this one.
Oh, he's raring to go, Mike. Look at him, chomping at the bit. He's going straight for the big man.
I think that's what we got to do. I think Viking probably has the speed advantage here, but giving up a smidge of power, I would say. So he's got to get in there.
Oh, he's furious.
Be quick, attack from all angles, whereas McByrnes has got to stay close and don't allow the space to grow between them.
Sending the top rope to be going for the 5-star early, but McByrnes is quick to his feet. Not enough damage done, perhaps. Clubbing double axe handle off the top rope. Nicely done. One of your favourites from back in the day, Mike.
Yeah, of course. It's a devastating maneuver when carried out from a height. And it puts people away. Of course, a tribute there to his Viking heritage there. favourite weapon of his colleagues in the past.
Oh, a clubbing blow from McByrnes, all of his 300 pounds into the organs of Viking as he slings him across the ring. Of course, Viking, one of the smaller competitors on the roster, makes up for that in raw strength and the fact that he's able to get underneath your centre of balance. Nobody can... Oh, a massive overhead choke toss. Nobody has yet to be not picked up by Viking eventually. He gets you there in the end.
He does indeed. Tremendous upper body strength there, and that's how he drives himself towards victory. Obviously, all those signature maneuvers are devastating, lifting, driving maneuvers. So McByrnes there capitalising after giving a little bit of disrespect. Of course, mind games very much a weapon in his arsenal, in addition to his power.
Oh, he blocks a leg kick and he goozles him for a choke slam. Fabulous strength. Like we were saying about Viking's strength, no matter how... On a belly-to-belly suplex. No matter how strong Viking is, he still gives up a lot of size from the big man from the Rimworlds.
That was so much size, in fact, I think that was a belly-to-chest suplex.
Was it? He's thrown Viking to the outside. Thunderous display.
Super loud on the docks. This could put Viking out for some time here.
A massive dropkick from the big man, showing some more tools in his arsenal from having to adapt to defeat the parole models last week. And he grabs him by the base of the skull and just slams him down onto the pixelated concrete.
Absolutely devastating.
He's having a little walk around the ring.
Of course, the crowd there baying for blood in this one.
Yes, we would like to show you more of the crowd, ladies and gentlemen, but unfortunately the guys in the truck think it's all action all the time. We would like to get your faces on TV so you can go, hey, look, I'm going to record that and show everybody later. But if you were there, congratulations. If you weren't, that's probably the last crowd shot you'll see tonight. Sorry. And he's got him up on his shoulders here, and he's walking him back towards the ring. And another powerbomb over the top rope. Two signature maneuvers over the top rope to Viking. After last week, I think he knows that he has to do something quite diabolical in order to put Viking away.
I think he was certainly watching that match with bated breath there, and that's how he's chosen to go.
Of course, the intelligence of McByrnes to adapt and to know to do his maneuvers in modified ways to further inflict damage on Viking. Really giving credence to that distinction there.
Yeah, Viking is more than capable of pulling a devastating maneuver out of nowhere, so you really got to debilitate him to get any sort of chance of prevailing here. And what better move than a gut full of steel snaps there. Seems to have worked.
Yes, Viking slowly taking to his feet, using the no count-out time to his advantage to catch his breath. And he catches McByrnes on the descent. He starts delivering some headbutts, to destroying some of those precious brain cells, I'd imagine.
Yep, falling foul of gravity there, a little bit slow on the embarkment from the ring. And can Viking take advantage?
Can Viking get the big man up? Is our question. And he seems to be sticking to striking at the moment.
Yeah, maybe he's saving that for later, or maybe come up with something else. I mean,
targeting the lower back, but perhaps he knows he can't powerbomb it. Oh my God! Oh, do you hear the sound of the ring, Mike?
Absolutely devastating.
That was like a shotgun blast. Feeding off the crowd.
A lot more than that to put in their way. And up he gets once again.
Yeah, McByrnes catching him slipping. Of course, the ego of SCW's roster seems to be getting the better of them tonight. There doesn't seem to be any successful taunts going off tonight from anybody who attempts it with an opponent in the ring.
Just to show you got to pick your spots when you want to show off to the crowd.
And there's one right now. I think he heard you.
It comes down to experience at the end of the day. But I think that was the right time. for the cover there, a little bit ambitious.
Yes, an elbow drop to the knee hasn't stopped anybody, I don't think. But this will. Going for it, Mike. There's the power bomb.
Devastating. Best in the business right there.
And could it be? Love on the dogs,
No
baby!
surprise. This could be over.
What? Why did... It's Westy, Mike! Westy is here!
Westy. So, maybe the shenanigans that we saw last week, that's what they mean.
Do you think McByrnes is Westy's target?
I mean, the timing is key. I mean, he could have had the 3 count there, but obviously distracted. And once he takes advantage, I mean,
can Westy get him up?
Sign to me.
Slowly but surely. Oh, that's a lot of weight to go through your neck, Malibu, as he gets him with the bathtub pile driver. Peterson's going to count. If Westy catches costs McByrnes the match, there's going to be hell to pay. But if Westy is McByrnes' target, I don't know what that means for him. We saw what he did to Nightbot last week. He's unstoppable.
I think it's very clear.
Hoists him up. Rage driver. Surely he's got a kick out of the rage driver. It's only the first with a second. Oh, he got him with 1 rage driver. The second massive impact move out of Vikings Arsenal, and he puts McByrnes away. Surely he was distracted from that run-in from Westy.
I think those mind games they got to him there, and that, like I say, that's a very clear intention, signalling intention there from Westy. I think that's why he's here. I don't think this is the last we'll hear of this.
I don't think so, neither. McByrnes was looking forward to getting on the singles ladder towards his championship goals, but Westy turned up on the ramp and distracted the referee, distracted McByrnes, and allowed Viking to sneak up from behind and hit him with a bathtub pile driver and a rage driver. But I can't imagine Viking wanted to win like this.
He capitalized on it all the same, and I'm sure he's grateful for the win, albeit slightly tainted. On where he moves. I mean, he moves forward, up in the rankings. I mean, that's going to put him surely in the top 5 now, I would say. And he's queuing up behind a few people there for a title shot.
I didn't even know Westy was in the building tonight, Mike. Did you see him?
I've not seen him, but what a way to make an appearance.
What a way, and what a target to choose if that's what he's done. You're going for the biggest man on the roster. You're like going for the big fish. I think he's trying to say, you can keep your titles, you can keep any of the accolades you have. I'm going for the biggest fish in the pond, and message received. McByrnes has got to be fuming after that interference.
I mean, is that his message? Is he going for that on purpose, or is there something more to it? Is it more of a personal thing? I'm sure we'll find out in due course.
We'll find out in due course. But for now, ladies and gentlemen, off the back of that startling twist of sorts, we got our final break for you. And when we return, we will have our women's champion, Ira Seppert, versus Queen Tate Tails. But until then, of course, we have a word from our sponsor, Gooch Wipes.
The one way to clean your runway. And of course, who can forget? It's a machine for in between. Respect your taint.
Respect your taint, indeed. Now for a word from our competitors on the roster. Please enjoy the clip show and finish off your Chinese or whatever takeaway it is that you've ordered. We'll be back in just a moment.
You can't kill me. Kill me. Oh, no, I'm stuck. Fuck. No. 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 No.
That's not what I needed.
Go back! Go back!
Get the flag.
I ain't having it. Just whack the fucking thing. Oi!
Fuck off, boy.
Yeah, get the fuck off my scooter! Get the fuck off my scooter! Yeah! How's it feel, huh? Fuck off! Fuck off! Fuck off! That's what happens when you take things that don't belong to you! Fuck off!
It always happens. So, give Muso my love. And get the fuck out of my house.
What the fuck is happening?
Yeah,
I'm not gonna kill for it.
he just jumped off.
Enemy down.
Shit. Taz, I had him. Taz.
Fuck off.
Taz. Taz, I was insane.
Hey. I wanna fuck you up. You bitch. How you like that? I like them apples.
What up? What up? I got him, I got him, I got him.
Oh my god, I almost got my guy too.
Oh, shit. See? Who flashed round the corner?
Suck a dick! What did you have? Oh, you had a purple stinger.
Can you roaches, mate?
Sorry.
Fucking fancy blazing up, man, yeah? What's your name, bud? Oh, Robert Kendos, eh? Oh, don't mind me. I just want to get high. Basically, my name's Leon. Leon S. Kennedy.
By the time I know.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Save me! Tell me! What's so fair? What?
Let me load marbles. I feel. Oh shit! Smell chocolate milk all over the. No! No! It's all over the mouse! No! Fucking hell! Get the fucking towels in you!
Hiya! Here's Bump. I'm gonna eat your brains and gain your knowledge. Right.
Oh fuck! Brilliant.
All accepted, mate. All accepted, mate. Oh, Donkey, I did it perfect.
Oh! That was the best one ever. It didn't even transition.
Oh, it's Wesker's
This is the
time to
run.
disappear.
I'm not
I don't
fucking
know
this
what's
up.
going on.
Well.
You got games? You got games on your phone?
Now this is where we strike our pose. This is where we strike our winning pose. Oh, fuck me! Look at the timing on that! What? No fucking way do we just survive that!
Kevin! Jack, you've got a real good shot on me, man. Why aren't you taking it? Like, because I could just, make it like fucking misery. I was gonna ball dove him and he just fucking took my advice.
Welcome back to SEW, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us in the parking day. We are 660 strong on the road to the next pay-per-view. I am Phil Hawkins, and next to me, Hall of Famer and former champion, Malibu Mike Martelli.
Oh yeah. What a show we've had. It's been incredible, you can see.
I can't believe it.
Don't need title matches or weird stipulations or multi-man matches to make the house be brought down. Very good.
Of course, and once again, this show cannot be brought to us by our wrestlers on the roster, so thank you one and all for signing with SEW and continuing to perform as you have. Tonight is no exception, as have the cards prior been. But now we have an exhibition between our champion and the queen of the squireship, Tails 912.
Yeah, this is it's going to be a great match, I think. I mean, Tails surely is due for a title shot at some point soon, and I think a victory here might bring her a little bit closer.
A little bit closer, I think. With her performances in singles competition, the tag team match that she had with Taz as her partner, and of course, almost putting the stamp on her victory. Once again, we have to reiterate, she hit the scale lab with 3 Northern Lights drivers on the trot, but Ira snuck up from behind, landed the Widow's Peak, and took the title after the 1-2-3. Tails has got to be stinging after that, which has probably led into her performances coming into tonight.
Yeah, of course. And I would say the SEW realm are probably demanding this match as well. Of course, Adored is the queen of wrestling. It's only a matter of time, I think, and this is where you stamp that request and get Rick McGooch's attention.
Yes, of course, Rick McGooch's attention has been spread about lately with the debacle with the parole models in the weeks leading up to tonight. Of course, we've got the interloper Westy, who isn't signed to a contract with SCW, but he interrupted last week's broadcast, seemingly targeting McByrnes then and tonight, as we have found out from that run-in earlier.
Yeah, very clear intentions there, and we'll see what that means. Maybe we can hear from Westy at some point as to exactly why and what he wants. We still don't know what he wants, but we're only seeing it in flashes, and he wants McByrnes, though. I think that's clear.
It is clear. Well, of course, we will hear from McByrnes in due course. He probably has a lot to say on the matter, with being the target and everything in between, but of course, ramifications throughout SCW if Westy is to continue on this warpath. Our beloved Nightbot, love him, was held together with tape so he could finish the stream last week. Of course, he looks to be in fine spirits tonight, giving advice and rules out to the people on the social medias throughout the Twitch stream.
Yeah, that was completely humbling for Nightbot, and Westy made his mark there, for sure.
Looks like we're ready to kick off this exhibition between the champion Ira Seppert. It looks like she's woke up in time if she's heading through the curtain. Like I said, exhibition, Ira Seppert being our champion and Tails being a potential #1 contender, I'd say. We'd have to see how tonight goes, and of course how everything goes at the pay-per-view. The landscape is set to change after next week.
And speaking of making their mark, those incisors have come out to play again, and obviously hungry for blood is Ira.
Looks like she's had a snack. Of course, Ira rocking her custom plates on her belt. Very happy with her position in the squireship. The first inaugural Twitch champion, of course, representing the internet through the squireship. Making her way to the ring now.
And what a champion she's been thus far. Devastating professional wrestler, and a deserving champion.
Deserving champion. She took the opportunity, let's say, that Tails provided with her onslaught of Northern Lights drivers, and that is to be commended, because you don't get anywhere without getting the upper hand, at least at some point in your career. But the crowd have hushed for Tails to make her way down to the ring. And there we are, a lovely ovation for our queen, the heart and soul of SQUIRESHIP Championship Wrestling's female division.
Yeah, the regal sword there, no doubt, passed down generations.
Sonic generations, if you will.
Oh yeah. And the crowd fully behind the queen. And like I say, she's one step away from that title goal there. And Ira knows it.
Yes, Ira has to have watched the tape of the performances that Tails has put in. Of course, Ira wasn't present at the show after the event because she was doing a goodwill mission of her own in North Wales. But, of course, these shows are uploaded to YouTube after the fact. And, of course, she would have been watching those, I'd imagine, notepad in hand, looking to one-up the potential challenger. She looks quite relaxed, though, pressing up against the ropes.
Looks confident.
Oh, lovely angle slam straight off the bat. Pun intended, I guess.
Very nice. Very nice.
Oh, and a twisting Phoenix splash, defying all gravity. Oh, and we've got a backflip knee driver. Tay trying to get a strike in there, but thrown over her shoulder, but she manages to deliver a strike to the head and is now targeting the arm of Ira. Of course, Ira possesses deceptive strength, being an extraordinary creature of the night, doesn't follow the conventional rules of size and science. She can throw you across the ring or fly through the air, depending on how she feels on that night, Mike.
Yeah, she's, her array of offense is outstanding, I must say. But Tails is no slouch. Very open thus far, I would say.
Oh, very disdainful overhand slap to the champion. She's set to give her a poison hot shot on the corner rope there. Oh, and another one. A series of chops and elbow strikes and a throat strike for that matter as well. But she's given Ira some time to breathe, and that could be her undoing as she hits her with a springboard dropkick.
Very nice.
But Tails right back with the strike to the head, trying not to let that momentum slip through her foxy fingertips as she goes for the cross arm breaker. Of course, it looks like she's going for the arm tonight, Mike. Perhaps trying to avoid that patented throw she likes to do across the ring with the one hand.
Yeah, she does. She does favour those arm holds. I must say, I've seen that as a recurring theme in her matches.
Tails with the reversal of it. Oh, and Ira! Oh, with the what did she call it? The poison nightshade, I think she called that. As she drives the knees now into the back. She effortlessly glides to the top rope. And an inverted 450 once again, defying all logic and science. And she's going up to the top rope again. Could she be going for another? Surely not. And she does.
Flying through the air like a pepper stroll there. Magnificent aerial ability.
Oh, and she getting her with a full camel clutch there. And our champion is in the chat. Welcome in, Squire. Hope your goodwill ambassador work has taken you far and wide. Of course, the title match between Ira and Broom is for the pay-per-view next week. This is simply an exhibition as a reward and size up Queen Tay as a potential future challenger.
Welcome in down the flan. It's good to have the Pesto Punisher and the Michelin Man watching along here.
Jean-Claude Van Ham is back from the exploits. A lovely series of drop kicks there from Ira to halt the momentum of Queen Tay. Going for the arm herself now, perhaps a little taste of her own medicine.
Like I say, this is a non-title match. Ira is defending a title against Broom next week at our big show.
Coup de grace from the top rope. Sorry to cut you off there, Mike, but that came from nowhere. It seems that she's adapted her coup de grace. She gets a 2 count. What a hellacious stomp with those heels.
If Tails can somehow, from this point...
Oh, she seems to have slipped through the Widow's Peak, it looks like. Twisting Codebreaker. Tails looking for the 3 count. Ira kicks out to 2. And she can't believe it. That's back-to-back signatures. 1 from Ira, 1 from Tails. No purchase. Is she setting up for a Northern Lights driver Malibu? Well scouted. Of course, she has to have been watching tape on him, Mike.
I have no doubt. On there. Ira on the wing. But like I say, if Tails can pull off a victory tonight, I'm sure she'll be in line as number 1 contender to see who she will face the winner of Broom and Ira next week.
Ira beckoning Tails to her feet. I don't know what she has in mind. Too far away. She thought better against it, but Tails is on her feet all the same. And is she going for that choke throw? No, she's stalking her opponent. Delivers a sharp low crossbody. Springboard moonsault. Back to the top rope. And another inverted 450.
I must say, if Ira can keep this form up, I can't see many people taking that belt off her. She's been, once again, magnificent.
But she slipped through Tails' attempt at a clothesline and has hit her with the Widow's Peak. Tails kicks out to 2 3/4. The Realm can't believe it. Ira can't believe it. She's fired up now. She's feeding off the adrenaline of the crowd. And a snap German suplex to the champion. She turned her inside out, and now the momentum has shifted into Tails' corner. And boot in the hoof of the champion there. Clipping the wings, if you will. And another snap German suplex. Bridge this time. Rope break called by Jordan Peterson. What an incredible minute we've just witnessed, Mike. I'm breathless.
All out. It's been all action. Because the champion goes to the queen. This is the best that the women's division has to offer, and it's been quite the offering, I must say.
Well, Ira seems to be incensed at the approach that Queen Tete has given her, so she maliciously threw her head back onto the canvas and has hit her with another inverted 450 and another backflip knee strike. She's just hitting her with everything that she's hit her with before in the attempt to put her away. Perhaps this time she changed it up.
Just be getting dizzy, I would say. She's done a lot of rotations. What's this?
Oh, shotgun drop kick to the sternum. That can't feel good.
Outstanding. Outstanding. Like I say, Ira was magnificent last week, and she's continuing that.
Beckoning her to her feet. What should we be going for? Hurricane Rana. And a powerbomb from T. That is definitely not in her usual repertoire, Mike.
It's opportunistic wrestlers are those that often prevail, and that was magnificent. Great in-ring awareness there.
Targeting the arm again, perhaps softening her up for the cross arm breaker. I believe she's had a victory with a cross arm breaker in a prior event. Maybe she's added it to her list of signature finishes.
Yeah, it's certainly softening up those wings there.
Champion's looking worried. Perhaps she's hurt her knee or ankle ahead of the pay-per-view. Tails capitalizing on this with a pinfall. And a kick out. And a kick out from the champion. I didn't like the way Ira was reacting to that knee. She was playing possum. Running shotgun drop kick again. And there's the strength of Ira that I spoke about earlier. And again! She's peeved, Mike.
She is peeved. I think,
oh, goodness grief!
We often talk about this, is having that extra level, and Ira's definitely on that extra level right now.
Coup de grace! She's got it wrapped up, Mike. And it's a 3 count. Tails got beaten into an absolute pulp. I hope the Queen is okay after that horrific bludgeoning at the hands of our champion, Ira Seppert. But it's within the rules. A fair game, and of course the coup de grace gets the win tonight.
Was usurped there, and incredible display from Ira. And like I say, I can see her being the champion for a long time.
Of course.
Very unfortunate there from Tay. Very heroic performance from our Queen.
Tay gave as good as she could, but the Northern Lights driver was countered early on in the match, and she never quite recovered her momentum from there. She was targeting the arm and the leg, but it seems like Ira's walking away from this one relatively unscathed.
I think so, and she's, I'm sure that's her broom there, but I think she's ready for her first defense.
First defense, indeed. Of course, we've heard from Dan the Flan tonight. We hope you're enjoying the show from your remote location, Dan. Hope you're well rested and raring to go for your title match against Lamb Chops next weekend.
Big one. First time he's ever defended his title, and of course, Lamb Chops taking a loss earlier from Cage. So Dan is probably still the favourite, I would say, but we don't bank on these too much because we often get surprised.
We often do. And that's not it. We've got our main event for tonight. Do you want to pick this one up, Mike? You want to tell the audience? Because I sure can't.
This is going to be a tasty little number. We have Bomperding going one-on-one with the Scourge of the Room Worlds, Randy Random, in our main event tonight.
Oh.
This is going to be a nose buster and a barn burner, a slobber knocker, a doozy as well.
Well, we said the hits were coming and they didn't stop coming, and what better way to send the realm home than with violence personified.
Certainly. I'm getting word of some activity backstage. Phil, are you getting this?
I've just heard word of this activity too. We're trying to get our hands on the situation here. I believe a melee is broken out backstage, Mike.
Yeah, that's what I'm hearing as well. I'm not sure who it is, but I think officials are running there to try and see what's going on.
It looks like a camera crew has arrived at the scene. Let's see if we can get our hands on the situation here. It looks like a brawl has broken out between McByrnes and Westy backstage.
McByrnes obviously went looking for Westy, and he's definitely found him.
Wow, they are going for it. Let's get some personnel back there immediately to break this up. We can't have this sort of thing happening backstage. It's not like we're AEW or anything.
No, let's put this one to bed. But until that happens, they are going hell for leather.
God, the back and forth, and McByrnes just dropped Westy on his head and neck. Goodness grief, this is obviously not the place. And he's thrown him into the wall there. Come on now. Break it up, boys. Come on, you're bigger than this.
This is certainly escalated from our match earlier. We can do some real damage here. I think we need to get somebody out here to break this up. A lot of people to break this up.
Well, they seem to be getting no one seems to be getting the best of each other there. It seems pretty even kilt, but I'm pretty fed up. I'm sick of watching this. Like, Mike, this doesn't represent our brand. Like, we're not supposed to be rough and ready like this. So thank God it seems that producers have made their way to the scene to perhaps break that up and cut the feed. But wow, we said that obviously McByrnes has got to have been feeling the sting of that run-in from Westy, and there we go. A massive scrap has broken out backstage.
You must have gone looking there. If Westy wants a piece of McByrnes, then surely McByrnes wants a piece of Westy as well. Who knows how that will unravel.
Well, I've just had word that they have broken up the melee, but McByrnes has thrown about 3 personnel through the window that they were just wrestling by, so hopefully they're okay. But don't cross a RimWorld vagrant when they're fighting, I guess.
Yeah, don't poke the bear. Wow.
Okay, we're just getting word that they're just about tidying up and they're getting the camera crews back down to ringside. Of course, there's still action to come. That was obviously not part of our programming tonight. We apologise for the viewers at home for any scenes that they witnessed that may or may not have been disturbing. Wow, we'll have to see how that one develops as time goes on. But for now, it's time for us to limp into our main event, Mike.
Yeah, main event, hobbling through the punishment that's been handed out tonight has been tremendous, and I don't think we're going to be any less rewarded with some punishment tonight. Bumping, of course, I personally think the man on fire in the men's division at the moment, and a devastating striker and brawler against Randy Brandam, who is ever unpredictable but equally as vicious. So I think this is going to be a magnificent matchup, and Bumping, of course, looking to build on his momentum and make it impossible for Rick McGooch to decline his request to face Monster one-on-one.
Yes, of course. Hopefully, Bumping can continue that momentum going into the pay-per-view. We don't know quite what his match is going to be yet, but we are told that he is booked on the card. Randy Random, of course, looking to upset the apple cart. I believe almost all of our all of our scheduled matches for the pay-per-view have been upset tonight, bar Ira and Tails.
Yeah, of course, ever the surprising outcome, which seems to be the trademark of this organization, so always keeps our viewers and the commentators on the edge of the seat.
Of course, who saw that coming? And of course now, here's something we saw coming as Bump makes his way to the ring. Second time tonight. This time, he's alone, and he looks like he's ready to take out some of that frustration from Broom losing her match earlier tonight.
Yeah, Bumping, the dragon of Tom Pentra. Contempt on legs, some call him. I will call him the purveyor of punishment, and most people call him Bump. He is one of my favorite superstars to watch, I must say. He's got the grit and the tenacity that we want to see from professional wrestlers these days.
He's become a favorite of mine as well, Mike.
Yeah, often criticised some of the more modern wrestlers for being less intense and less gritty, but Bump brings that in spades. Along with tremendous menswear, I must say. Always looking like a champion. Wearing a belt there, but not the right belt, and I'm sure it's just a matter of time before he gets his chance.
Now, of course, it's worth mentioning. What has Randy got on his hand? Well, it's still not his signature metal hand there, Mike, but it looks like they've perhaps wrapped it in padding and stuffed it in a sock.
I think maybe Randy spoke with Rick McGooch and made sure that that bear paw, which seemed to hinder him last week in terms of dexterity there, has been addressed, and they found an alternative. Interesting.
Well, hopefully this alternative doesn't hamper him tonight, because he's got quite the mountain to climb in the rage of Bump, as he seems to do sock puppets for the children in the front row, very violently, might I add. Bump looks unperturbed.
A very violent man, as is his opponent.
Of course. Rankings-wise, Bump is right there at the within the top 3. Random is within the top 5, I believe. So this bout is looking to shake things up on the top 3 rankings, I think.
I think this is a match near the top of the card, and again, opportunities. If Bump can get a victory here, I think Rick McGooch has to relent at some point and give Bump what he wants. And if Randy Random can get a victory, then he's taking to being up there as well, near the top.
Well, Bump seems to be hell-bent on maintaining his dominance here, not giving Random any time to get in some of his random offense. So it looks like he's got a counter off there. He's had enough. Oh, and a beautiful, beautiful backflip DDT of sorts.
Excellent. A very... a masterwork moonsault there, if you will. And, one of the finest aerial combatants that we have in SCW. And this is really a good
bomber.
I mean, this is, you know, as competitive as any, but this is a good practice match for Bump to familiarize himself further with Monster, of course. Randy, Random, and Monster, two of the most eloquent of flyers. So similar styles in many ways.
Oh, the disdain from Bump. It's almost as if he can't believe he's lowering himself down to someone in the top 5. Oh, hey! There we are there, Mike. He looked at you with that one.
Yeah, that's a nod to me there with a patented Malibu suplex. One of my favorite moves back in the day, but many people are for the count with that.
And of course, the originator of the all-over body strike. Of course, we saw Broom doing this multiple times throughout the night. Bump, of course, being the master of the move. The crowd seemed to love it. No matter who you are, they want you to break it. They want him to break their fingers. You could be anybody on the roster. As soon as this move comes out, the crowd bays for blood.
Indeed, they are a vicious bunch. The free folk of the realm, and. My goodness.
Well, he seems to be going for it again, and I would argue it's Random's better hand because it's actually his hand. Of course, the left hand was severed in a random escapade when he was but a boy, and Rick McGooch has been punishing him for use of a metal hand ever since he's joined the roster. So, you know, any advantage he may have had has been negated. Now he seems to be going right for the good hand.
And yeah, of course. Ever the opportunist is Bump, and also some parallels to last week where Monster, I believe, faced Random. So again, another pissing contest, if you will, between Monster and Bump.
Oh, the Rings of Saturn! He put away Viking with the Rings of Saturn last week.
He did indeed. He did indeed. If Randy Random can win this match, then it disrupts Bump a lot because obviously the Monster got a victory last week.
Yes, it all hinges on the outcome of this match, I believe, for the momentum going into next weekend. Like I said, the two will not face in competition. Oh, he missed him with a spinning elbow. Perhaps Bump's attacks have not allowed Random to extend his arm fully on that spinning back fist.
Yeah, he's done his work early there, I think, and I think he might be rewarded with some advantage. Bump going up.
Delicious splash. The height and the elevation. Peterson going down for the count.
From a man of function over form.
And we're proud to announce that there's been little to no bastardry from Jordan Peterson tonight. He's called it down the middle.
Yeah, he's doing his job, which is nice. But also expected, because we pay the man.
We do. Of course, biases aside, he has screwed Bump once already since his employment, and Bump is keeping an eye on the whereabouts of Peterson, but to be fair, Bump at the moment seems to have one thing on his mind, and that is absolutely cripple the arm of Randy Random.
Yes, yeah, of course. Randy Random's handed maneuver, of course, the heat wave elbow drop, that somersault elbow, and he needs that arm to deliver that crushing blow from the top. They're very smart from Bump, as always.
Random's looking set to change the momentum for himself and is going after Bump's arm himself there, perhaps a bit of tit for tat. Using the better elbow, terrible English on my behalf. Better elbow, and a thunderous headbutt from the Dragon of Tom Pentra, stopping Random in his tracks. He had the splash well scouted.
If anybody knows how to counter an aerial maneuver, it's Randy Random.
Got him hooked up. Going for a vertical suplex. Bump slips through the back. Gives him a loose belly-to-back German suplex. Random can't seem to get the momentum to swing in his favour. I think the wrath of Bump is too much to handle. And he could be going for a sharpshooter. Nope, he's got him flipped onto his stomach, Mike, which can mean only one thing.
He never goes for the sharpshooter. It's only the stomper thing from that maneuver, but could have fooled most people. What?
Bump's going for that victory. Willox thinks he's got his shoulders down. Random's just got about enough wherewithal to kick out. Very few do, especially on the receipt of perhaps 2. None have survived 3. Looks like it was a stunner attempt blocked by Random. Random looks like he's getting him up for the
snap.
A cold snap, yes. And he gets all of it. The first of the major offense that Random's got in, and it's a doozy.
Yeah, but like you've said before, the stomper-ding is one of those moves that can affect you throughout the match. And that might come into play here if Randy Random can't finish him.
He wants to mind his P's and Q's and let him Bump get to his feet there. I think Random needs to employ some of that patented Random offense. He's going for the top rope, and Mike, I do believe this is all she said. The heat wave from the top, delivered across the chest of Bomperding. Bomperding kicks out at 2.5, and Random can't believe it. And the crowd are saying, fight forever. Thank you for the follow, Jack. Hope you're enjoying the show, Squire. Hope your seats are well for tonight's show. Hope you're enjoying the main event. Jab from Bump, chop from Bump. Oh, and patented strikes from Bump.
This is the Bump I know.
The crowd are absolutely into a lather, Mike. He's going for the rings of Saturn again.
And he's been working on the arm all match. Is this going to be key?
I think Random's holding out. Bump is squeezing down, trying to hold on to it, but he lets go. He relents. He knows he's getting nowhere with that.
He enjoys pain, Phil, so I couldn't imagine him tapping out of that. He certainly is a masochist.
The dead weight head drop from the top rope, and Bump is going once again back to the arm of Random. There's no answer for this, Mike. As soon as he grabs the wrist and starts stomping at the head, your arms are as good as his.
For the foot, I mean the hand there. I was confused by the sock.
And again, this is about the 8th time that he's gone for this technique, and Random seems to be, getting out of it, and nothing seems to be broken as of yet. But how much longer can he keep this up?
Bending your fingers back. It was never a favorite of all the hits I've taken in my lifetime.
He's wise to it. Springboard! Oh my god, did you hear the sound of his back then? Bomperding has to be injured from that massive springboard crossbody. Nope, he gets back to his feet. Welsh Dragon corkscrew.
There's been a technical wrestling of the match there. No stunner or no stunner from Bob yet.
No stunner, no culture. And he misses the moonsault there. Perhaps the effects of the Stomperding for affecting his equilibrium. Bump sends him into the corner. Effortless from Random. The ankle pick into the twisted knee breaker.
Surprising grace there from Random. Usually a smash mouth competitor. What could this be?
Beautiful diving punch off the top rope. Random holding his arm in a grimace as he got to his feet there.
He's seemingly not shying away from using it though, despite the damage he's taken. Of course, I'm a couple of individual, and probably not all there to be honest. He's probably enjoying this pin, I would say.
Well, if you're going to be dumb, you got to be tough. And he hits him with a massive shot with the affected arm. Starts delivering stomps into Bump's unmentionables.
Indeed.
Looking for the 3 count. Peterson is there to oblige. 2 3/4.
Testicular fortitude there from Bump, being able to recover from that.
Holy shit, chant from the crowd. Looks like Bump's going for another stompading.
Two. Can any man survive two?
Well, if anyone's going to, it's going to be Randy Random. Bump brings him into the middle of the ring, knowing full well that he shouldn't put the fate of a rope break in Jordan Peterson's hand. Two! For the first time, we have someone who's kicked out of 2 stompadings, Mike.
Very impressive, very impressive.
Bump is unrelenting. He's still got a lot in the tank. And a spiking DDT to the approaching Random. The end is nigh, Mike. He's measuring him. And there it is. The stunner. And a 3 count from Bump to get the victory over Random.
Very nice. Got it in the end. Didn't... You waited a long time to deliver that maneuver, and it paid off.
Yes, of course, our production truck once again biffing the replays. We do apologise. We still, once again, hire straight out of college. But here's some highlights for you to see. Oh, no, there we go. That's the end of the highlights.
That's why I'm not a cameraman in NCW. Those are the kind of shots I would be taking there.
The replay just continues like that. I have no idea what this is a replay of, Mike.
That's sort of a nondescript part of the arena there that has no value whatsoever in being filmed.
We've
Speaking of value,
go on.
Here is the MVP thus far, I would say, of SCW. Another victory, beating one of our toughest competitors. So. He moves forward, and he has to be after he gets his hands on Monster, has to be banging down with McGooch's door to get a piece of Dan Genie yesterday.
I would be inclined to agree, and of course that's one apiece over Random between Bump and Monster, who have this rivalry going on. They won't meet at the pay-per-view that's upcoming. However, they will be in the same building, so anything can happen. Anything's possible in the realm.
Oh, indeed. Of course, Monster is going one-on-one with Snaff for the SQUIRESHIP title. I'm not sure as yet what Bob will be doing, but I'm sure Rick McGooch has got something lined up for him.
Yes, Rick McGooch. Rick McGooch has confirmed that Bomperding will be on the card, so like you said, hopefully we'll know more about that in the coming weeks. Many upsets tonight. Reaper finally got his win against Jimmy with the Killer Fucker clutch, the modification of the Kirafuda clutch. Nice to see him join the rankings, Mike.
Yeah, impressive performance. Did what he had to do in his second appearance. A lot more to see, I'm sure. But very convincing victory there.
Very convincing. Of course, we saw Snap versus Tourette's in a non-title match where Tourette's unveiled the Vertebraker, much to the chagrin of Snap, who rallied back and hit him with the Kryptonite Crunch for the 1-2-3. Fantastic performance from our SQUIRESHIP champion, I must say.
Yeah, and sort of proved that maybe he was the right choice to be the SQUIRESHIP champion after all, with a sterling performance there from Rick McGooch's main man.
Yes, I'm happy to see that you're starting to warm to our SQUIRESHIP champion. Of course, I followed his early career with McByrnes and know of his striking lineage. It's nice to see him actually put it to some good use in singles competition tonight. And of course, we had Taz versus the Scale Lab. Taz picking up her first singles win tonight. Perhaps she needs to modify her moveset a little bit to re-implement the cow tipper, because that seemed to get the job done tonight.
I certainly did. But, an upset then next again as Cage defeated our Twitch champion, number one contender, for the Twitch championship, Lamb Chops. Yeah, in an absolute hamfest. Cage again, his stock is certainly rising.
Yeah, so a slow start with 2 back-to-back losses from Random, but with performance in the Squire Showdown, the over-top rope Battle Royale, and of course now his performance tonight against Lamb Chops, things are looking up from the brother of our Squireship champion. We had Broom in a match versus Duddy in her first singles. Of course, Duddy debuted last week, but unfortunately hadn't read the rulebook and got their team disqualified, Malibu.
Yeah, but she certainly learned the rules and scored the win there over the number 1 contender once again for the women's championship.
Yes. Bomb and Monster were in their corners. They kept their hands off each other. I think they were respecting the match. It wasn't their match, so why get involved? So respect those men for keeping their hands to themselves. We saw Westy invade once again, getting stuck in on SCW on Rick McGooch's dime, and costing McByrnes the win against Viking. It looked like he had it in the bag, Mike.
In the bag, carrying out the double assault of the powerbomb and love on the docks there, and was this close to a 3 count before Westy turned up and distracted the referee and McByrnes there, and of course that ended in it culminated in a backstage brawl, which of course answers a lot of questions and also ask a lot more, and I'm sure we'll find out what it means. But obviously clearly they're baying for each other's blood.
Of course, and once again we do apologise for the brawl being aired. We like all backstage matters to be dealt with peacefully and diplomatically. We're not like any of those other brands out there, let me tell you that, especially with nobody else named Phil. Strictly moving on, we had our main event, we had our co-main event. Our Twitch Women's Champion Ira Seppert taking on Tails, who was gifted an exhibition versus a champion to sort of like perhaps test the waters or even prove to Rick McGooch that she would be in line for the title shot next. She came up short though after an absolutely horrific bludgeoning at the hands of a very peeved Ira.
She was world class. Be the only superlative I can think of there. She was magnificent and very, very competent. Tails was put to the sword there very quickly.
And as you just saw, our main event, Bomp versus Randy Random. Bomp scoring another emphatic win over Random. Random got virtually no offense in apart from his signature moveset, but Bomp went for the arms, went for the legs, hit him with 2 stomperdings, which somehow Random kicked out of, but there we go with a cut and dry stunner for the 1-2-3.
Yeah, another win for Bump, and he's on a warpath, and I think he can only end one way. I think Monster's got it coming to him.
Also, we'll have it coming to him, of course. We will bring you updates on the card as they are revealed by Rick McGooch. It will be occurring same time next week on Friday, 7:30 p.m. here on twitch.tv/Snaffdude. We will be coming to you live from the Squire Arena in Cardiff, using Twitch's money there to promote the event. And we have an incredible card for you, full of title matches, surprises galore, I would imagine, if Rick McGooch gets his arse in order.
Yeah, and of course, all of the action brought to you by our sponsor, Gooch Wipes. Respect your taint, because your perineum will thank you.
It certainly will. But that's it from us tonight. Thank you once again for joining us. I am Phil Hawkins, my broadcast partner, Malibu Mike Martelli. Anything else you'd like to add, Mike, before I send a raid off to Monster, who is doing a subathon tonight? He's gone backstage, had a clean-up, and he's gone live on his Twitch account on his own.
Nothing more than I hope you've enjoyed tonight's show as much as we have, and for you to encourage you to tune in next week for our big show.
Yes, like I said, full of surprises. The event, tonight's card will be uploaded to the YouTube channel, which is Snaffdude. if you'd like to watch a replay, it'll be there for free. Tonight's is there for free, and of course the pay-per-view will be uploaded there once we have finished with that card. But that's it from me, that's it from Mike, and that's it from the 660 strong here in the Park and Day. Go give some preach to Monster and enjoy. He looks like he's playing Super Mario Brothers as part of his subathon. Of course, his partner picked up the win tonight, so big celebrations there for Monster when you arrive. Thank you for your time tonight, and signing off.
Great time. Malibu, baby.